Beautiful Mistakes. That is Maroon 5, Megan the Stallion, and Adam Levine swaying along to that song as we play it. Morning, brother. How are you?
Hello.
Hello, mate. I'm just curious before we start to chat. We love that song from the first second you hear it. You feel like you've known it. You feel like you've known it from the first play. How many times would you say you've hit play on that track while building it?
Uh, I've listened to, by the time you get done recording a song, I feel like I've listened to it so many times that I wouldn't say I hated it, but I would say that I've heard it enough to never have to listen to it again. And so I tend to take a break after it's completed and I've toiled over it, and like then I kind of like come back to it, and I feel the nostalgia of when I made it and listen to it incessantly. So it's kind of a circular thing.
Do you, Adam, when you are making a song like that,
Yeah.
are there times where you hear it and you know it's finished, or every time you play it you want to tweak something?
I think songs are all different. I think with this one, it kind of just like happened so quickly that it was just kind of great. Like from it, well,
Hmm.
and to be honest, to be totally transparent about it, like it was already really great, and then it just felt like it wasn't. It needed something. And usually like with features, I feel like it's a dicey business because you can kind of and something ends up sounding tacked on or not totally like legit. And what was great is that Megan's verse was so dynamic in of itself that it just brought the song to a new place. It didn't
Hmm.
just seem like it was slapped on there, and like her whole thing was so sick that it like really brought it to life and made it
Were
like
you
50 times better, I thought.
were you at one point not going to do a feature for the track?
We weren't sure about it, but we definitely didn't have a bridge. So it's nice when you don't have a bridge in a song. I'm old school. I like bridges. I'm a traditional person in that way. And if we're not going to have a bridge, sometimes it feels a bit empty. So she literally added the perfect bridge, you know? So yeah, we just played around some ideas, but like the second I heard her verse, I'm like, that's not even a verse. That's like a substantial part of the song that
Right.
you can't dispense with of that.
It works. I mean, like I said, from the first play, you feel like oh my gosh, you know that song. You
Hmm.
can sing it the next time you play. How has, for a creative person that's been on the road for most of their lives, how has it been for you? Have you been missing the exchange, the interaction, the energy from people, from crowds?
Yeah, I have been. I think with one thing that is kind of taken away or plucked away, you gain another. And this for me, and I was supposed to be away from my family for a long time. We had a lot of touring booked throughout over the past year. So
Mm-hmm.
of course that's disappointing, and of course I
Right.
wish we could have still done it, and of course I wanted to play Wrigley Field, and if, like
Yeah.
I'd never been in a
Jeez.
stadium.
Yeah.
But those are important, fun things. But really, I think when this type of thing happens, you're instantly forced to kind of like reassess what is actually important. And for me, it was just being able to be. It sounds as corny as it sounds and cliche as it sounds, just to like just be able to spend time with my family, and especially with my little girls. It just felt to me like this interesting ripple, like this weird little wrinkle in time that won't never happen again.
Yeah.
And so I kind of dove headfirst into that, and it's been the most, you know, amazing time, just because I know things are going to be different moving forward. And we were all lucky enough to be able to stay home, and fortunate to just kind of stay out of the fray. And um, yeah, it was a beautiful time. Now, of course, it comes with a lot of other very negative, sad things, but I was kind of forced to look inward on that.
To
And
look inward. Yeah.
yeah.
I think a lot of people were looking for that silver lining in all of this. What about, I'm just curious to know, we're hearing that, LA County, if it goes to the orange tier, that venues, stadiums will open at limited capacity. What are you thinking? How is Maroon 5, and how do you look at planning for touring coming up, let's say 2022?
I think this is definitely like a case by case, or moment to moment thing. It's obviously constantly changing. We all have high hopes. I don't think I can give a precise time as far as when it's going to happen, because I think it'll be
Yeah.
irresponsible. But um, if things continue to trend in a direction that makes everyone feel good, and they start to make the necessary changes that will make everyone feel comfortable moving forward for touring, at the first chance that we feel it's actually safe and secure for everyone to be a part of it, then we'll be able to do it. Now, I can't sit here and tell you I know what those things are, but it looks like it's headed in the right direction, and it's only a matter of time, is what it seems like. So we're gonna continue just to be optimistic, and you know, meditate on the future and be positive about it, and hopefully get out there. Hopefully, I'm hoping before the end of the year.
Adam Levine with us, Maroon 5, whether it's Adam or Maroon 5, every song released to us here on the radio charts to the top. I mean, every single song. I was just looking back at the history since we met with This Love. We met first time when This Love came out.
Yeah.
And, you know, and since then, and the list of songs that have charted and features, breaking genres. I believe you were one of the first to really break the wall with different genres of music, wouldn't you say?
Well, it's funny. Like when I started off in the band started, it was, 2002 is when our first album came out, which is so gnarly.
It's crazy.
You know, half the artists on the charts were born in 2002. And it's like, it's so interesting, you know, my whole thing, and you know, I've known you for a long time, and there's a very fine line between kind of being desperate to be relevant and genuinely loving and enjoying the process of kind of continuing to try to push yourself to evolve and move forward and be in the pop landscape. I think that if I would have been a kid and said I was going to be on pop radio and doing interviews with you when I was 42 years old, I probably would have laughed and been like, ridiculous. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know. We kind of found a way to do it and it seems like it still makes sense, like just barely, you know. Like I keep waiting for the other to drop, but
no, it really is impressive. I remember conversations we had over the years about, you know, there were times where both of us thought, okay, this is it, right? This is probably all I'm going to get. This is all I'm going to do.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Right? I mean, of course. And then I think when you kind of surrender to that, like some people will never be able to stop chasing things. And I think when you almost surrender to your own like mortality in a certain way, as far as all of it, you kind of take it less seriously. And I think that maybe things come your way. I'm just talking how it pertains to our business.
And you relax. Yeah.
Kind of like relax. And so you're not like trying to squeeze into the tight pants, and you're like not like trying to be all fucking young, you know, in a weird way. And it kind of like comes to you more if it's more sincere and kind of like, hey, here we are. And like, you know, I have some gray hair, but I think it still works.
Who do you, just thinking of the pop landscape, whether it be a producer, a singer-songwriter, an artist, who do you think has the magic right now? I mean, you obviously have the Midas touch, bro. I mean, I don't want to embarrass you, but you do. So who else do you think has the magic or has had it for a long time? Who do you look at?
I mean, it's hard. Like, it's so splintered off now. Like I'm so, in a way, you know, there used to be, and you know, man, there used to be a chart, and on that chart it shows you how many albums everyone sold, and then there was a radio airplay chart, and then there was a list of, or then there was a record that comes out, and like this guy produced it, or this woman produced it, or these three people produced it, and now like 80 people write one song
on it.
And it's just wild. It's so splintered and different, and actually in a lot of ways more collaborative. So you never really know, to a large degree, who's doing what. Sometimes it feels like it gets a little cluttered. But as far as people, you know, I think, I don't know, it's hard to answer it because there's so many people that on different levels are doing amazing stuff. Like obviously all like, and I don't know from an artist perspective or producer's perspective, what the difference is at this point, because it seems like all the kids are on their laptops producing their own record.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I think it's a hard question to answer. Honestly, I'm not trying to like make it a non-answer.
No,
but
I'm just curious because I spent some time with Ryan Tedder a few days ago, and here's a guy that's been doing it for a long time and does a little bit of everything and has some magic. And you look at Olivia Rodrigo, who's born in 2003, and Billie Eilish in 2001, and like you said,
Billie is really changing everything like by the day.
Yeah.
If I had to like if I had to say someone now, you know, who to answer your question, I'd have to say Billie, because like she makes those records. She just makes those records. There's nobody else. And, you know, it's just her and her bro. And that's like the way it is, you know.
She does it in a simple format. Yeah. In a simple way.
Which is pure. It really, it's modern. It's kind of modern music made in the purest way possible. And I think that when you do that, that's kind of like the essence of right now, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Listen, Adam Levine with us. Before we go, let's talk about what they're doing. So this is the American Express Unstaged 2021 Global Virtual Performance. It's Tuesday, We have tickets to give to you. They're available at maroon5.live-now.com. What are you going to be doing?
I'm so excited about this. This was a strange experiment that we did, and Amex was awesome, and they just like let us do our thing, and gave us a lot of control over the creative and stuff like that, which was fantastic. And I got together with Sophie Muller again, who Sophie directed. She's a legend. She's like a video directing legend, maniac. Some of the best videos ever she did, and also some of I think our first two of our first three videos. So This Love she directed, She'll Be Loved she directed. We got her to shoot it because we just did a couple of videos with her, including Beautiful Mistakes actually. And she directed this thing, kind of I wanted her to shoot it because her visual aesthetic is so beautiful. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. It was kind of a bit of an experiment because we played a live concert. So we just played our songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there were no people, which is bizarre.
Weird. Yeah.
And I wanted to give people, there's so much happening now. There's so much stimulation. And I just wanted to build a really beautiful, cool set and play our songs. It was very similar to the way we approached the Super Bowl. It was like, there's a lot of fanfare and a lot of stuff and a lot of glitz and glam. And I think that we take pride in the fact that we're just a bunch of guys that play music. And that to me was an important thing to once again kind of reinstate. And so it's just us kicking ass and being a band and being really loud. It's awesome.
So do we see it at maroon5.live-now.com? Is that where we see it?
That's what they told you, that where we see it.
Yeah. If you want to go to see this from the comfort of your own, wherever you are, we have tickets right now. Your chance to watch this virtual performance. 800-520-1027. I got a handful of those, bro. It's great to see you, man. I hope to see you soon. Glad to talk with you.
I know you probably think that you don't look your best right now because I know you, but I'm sure you look fantastic.
Wait a minute, you're looking at me.
Wait, you can't see him? We can't see him.
Oh, you can't see
What?
me? I can see you. Oh, I didn't know. I can actually see you. You are looking pretty good. And I like your tight sides.
This whole time?
I like your fade.
What's he looking at?
Wait,
What have you been looking at?
Play it off well?
Yeah, you played it off well. You should be an actor.
Oh, you got us.
But
Oh
no,
my gosh.
what he's saying is you don't look as good as I've seen you before, so get to it. Get to the
I'm
details.
sure you look
Get on the
really-
bozo.
All it says is Kiss FM over your name.
Oh, it does?
What? Oh, you only see one box?
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to Tubbs
Oh,
about
you
that.
needed to have it in gallery view.
Sorry. Hey, it's good to see you, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
You look cool.
Adam Levine, Maroon 5.
Bye.